Hey everybody, and welcome back to Scuttlebutt VR. Today, we've got something a little different for you. As you can tell by my sexy body, we're going to be reviewing a product sent to us by iStock VR. It is exactly what it says on the box. It is a stabilization stock that hooks on your controller and makes it a little bit easier to shoot in these VR games. I have seen a couple other reviews, and most of them tend to test in various different first-person shooter games. But personally, I think that Bonelab is the ultimate way to test the versatility of the iStock. In fact, I bet you didn't even know I'm wearing it right now. So I think this level on Bonelab is the perfect one out of all of them to showcase the iStock and what it can do. But before I do that, let's try a run, no stock, kind of just set a baseline, know what we can expect to do, just the controllers free floating. Minutes and 15 seconds. Alright, and round two, this time with the iStock on. I guess I should probably kind of explain what it is, since you can't really see it. So it's a stock that hooks onto your right controller and comes back, but the left one is completely free still, so they're not connected like most gun stocks. So it gives you a compromise in between stability and the freedom and versatility to still do a lot of the crazy things that a game like Bonelab requires. With that being said, let's go for round two with the iStock. 5:25. I feel like that cut a minute off, and part of the level glitched out on me even, so I feel like that was a slight disadvantage, and I'm still an obvious improvement with the iStock. One of the coolest things about the iStock, in my opinion, is how well it scales with so many different weapons. I can hug it up against my shoulder, and obviously you can't see in the mirror. You can see from the first-person view, it really looks up against my shoulder. I can aim down the sight. It just works really well. And thanks to Bonelab's scaling their proportional system, the iStock and Bonelab just work so good together. It's ridiculous. You know, I could change to like the heavy avatar, pick up the rifle, and even though it's small in my hand, when I hug it up, you can see it still kind of touches the breastplate. It's almost there. You know, when I aim down what would be the sight for me in real life, it's right there how it should be. And that's really something, again, that I think Bonelab shows off about the iStock better than any other game so far. You know, I gotta be honest with you, viewer, it's not all sunshine and roses as far as the iStock is concerned. There are some things about it that you could call less than ideal. The first thing is grips. If you're using any kind of controller grips at all, you're pretty much gonna have to take them off to use the iStock. It does have a hole in the bottom, so you can, put your lanyard through, and so it'll still hook to your wrist. It's not going anywhere. It's still completely safe, even in the most intense of gaming sessions. But it is something to consider. Another thing that I think is really important to consider is that it is only a half stock. It only comes from the right controller back. This left controller, completely free to swim around and do as it wishes. So when you're out here, it is kind of easy to get maybe off. Even though this back is locked in place, the front, it can wander, as they say. But I have good news. iStock actually has a new product coming out. They weren't able to send that to me yet, unfortunately, but it's a link. What it does is it hooks the lanyards between your two controllers. It's actually a really ingenious method. I can't believe nobody else has thought of it. But by linking them, you can use the tension between your forward and your back controller pushing against each other, and it will give a much more stable experience. I have done a wee bit of shooting in the real life, and I know that the push-pull technique is used not only in shotgunning, but in a lot of other shooting techniques, especially with high-caliber ammunition. And this is kind of a really mind-blowing way to simulate the push-pull in VR. So be on the lookout for the iStock link coming soon. We got the links in the description, guys. I can already hear everybody saying, "Wait, Theron, we want to see how it looks in an FPS. Show us contractors." Fine. Here's a quick clip montage. Enjoy it.
Slayer.
I'm using the evaporation gun. Goop.
Well, everyone, conclusion time. I gotta say, if you're in the market for a VR gun stock, this is pretty much the best bang for your buck. No questions asked. At $30, you really can't find anything that's cheaper for the price. I've tried some that were even actually a little bit more expensive, and if I'm being honest with you, they kind of sucked. That's why you never saw them here on the channel. But iStock VR was nice enough to send us this guy, and we can't thank him enough. It's a great product, and we'll absolutely have the link down below for you to check it out. Thanks for watching.